Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel.
The global economy is coming back from the depth of the crisis, but this calamity is far from over. All countries are now facing what I would call the long ascent, a difficult climb that will be long, uneven, and uncertain, and prone to setbacks. As we embark on this ascent, we are all joined by a single rope, and we are only as strong as the weakest climbers. They will need help on the way up. The path ahead is clouded with extraordinary uncertainty. Risks remain high, including from rising bankruptcies and sketched valuations in financial markets, and many countries have become more vulnerable. Their debt levels have increased because of their fiscal response to the crisis and the heavy output and revenue losses.
So guys, this is coming straight from the IMF. Kristalina Georgieva is suggesting that our economy has far from recovered. It's going to be a long haul. And in a way, the narrative is we're all in this together and we've got to help our fellow humans. Yeah. Okay, but the fact of the matter remains we still live in a very, very nationalistic world. And in a lot of ways, despite the fact that this is a global problem, we do have to rely on our own governments, our own economies to get us at a level where we can get back to normal. Now, we've seen this narrative being pushed by the IMF, the World Economic Forum, the BIS, and they have also created a hashtag, guys, the Great Financial Reset. We know there's a reset happening. We know that world governments are kind of eyeing each other's moves, seeing where we're going with this, and we know cryptocurrency adoption is happening in a lot of countries. We're seeing CBDCs being rolled out in many countries around the world. We also know the United States is far behind, but I wanted to bring this up, originally tweeted out by Val5Links on Twitter, and it has to do with Hester Peirce. Of course, she is pro-cryptocurrency, and the fact that she says here the SEC will be forced to give crypto guidance despite bureaucracy and risk avoidance. So this is what she says. Well, we've been very slow in giving guidance. There is more and more interest from a wide spectrum of people, both inside the crypto space as well as inside the traditional financial institutions, who are asking us for guidance. This coming from Hester Peirce herself. The landscape is changing so quickly. So I think we're going to be forced to confront that more and more in the coming years. Peirce blamed bureaucracy for the SEC's slowness to react to financial innovation, saying that it acts as an impediment to change and discourages risk-taking. Of course, these people making these big decisions don't want it to fall back on them if it doesn't go right. This is the nature of government in general, so I can see where she's coming from here. She says, it's really difficult. There's so many different layers of bureaucracy. Things need to get through, and people tend to be very hesitant to make decisions because when they do, the ramifications come back on them if something goes wrong. So it's easier to kick the can down the road. It's easier to do nothing and not get blamed for something, essentially, than to do something and make a mistake. On the positive side, Peirce said that pro-crypto moves in the U.S. by the Commodities Future Trading Commission and the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, as well as actions by regulators in other countries, are slowly prodding the SEC into action. So the SEC, they are working on it, guys. It is slow movements behind the scenes. We know XRP depends on cryptocurrency regulatory clarity, and we've heard Brad Garlinghouse say it, we've heard Chris Larson saying it. There is clarity for Bitcoin. There is clarity for Ethereum. Can't we get some sort of clarity for XRP so that we can at least get this moving? You would think that XRP clarity would be way more important than clarity for Bitcoin or Ethereum, because that cryptocurrency is so intrinsically linked to moving money and the economy at large, whereas Bitcoin regulatory clarity has to do with, holding, trading, institutional investors. Sure, a bunch of bigwigs can make a lot more money, and I think that is why they're providing the clarity for Bitcoin and Ethereum, because in this market, there's going to be a need to regulate alternative assets to, hedge our bets against the traditional market, and so I think that this is part of the 1%, obviously, helping out their cronies to make more money. Yet we still haven't seen this clarity for XRP. There is a lot of red tape, of course. The rich want to remain rich, and XRP poses a threat to a lot of big people in the system, and so I'm not surprised this is happening. It's interesting to see this move along the way it is. I would have thought that we would have seen more clarity sooner. And so, same with the CEO of Ripple. Okay, back in December 2018, Brad Garlinghouse, if you guys remember, said, I thought we'd be a lot more far along than we are. and it's regulatory clarity, guys. Of course, this pandemic has helped push things along. It doesn't hurt that the IMF, the World Economic Forum, and others are pushing this great reset narrative, putting out videos, what seems to be weekly, about this idea that, okay, our economy is this way, we're going to all have to help each other, it's going to be a long recovery, more ammo for them to push this great financial reset. Cryptocurrencies, I am 100% certain will be part of this financial reset. Ripple and XRP, I am very confident will also be part of this. It's just a matter of getting clear regulatory clarity throughout the world. I also wanted to bring this up, guys, this from DJ Peter Vass, at PeterVass6 on Twitter, with regards to the central bank, or rather the BIS, the Bank for International Settlements. So central banks and the BIS publish first central bank digital currency report, laying out key requirements. And I got some of the requirements here, just going to name off a few of these points. 7 central banks and the BIS release a report assessing the feasibility of publicly available CBDCs and helping central banks deliver their public policy objectives. Report outlines foundational principles and core features of CBDCs. Central banks to continue investigating CBDC feasibility without committing to issuance, so they are still studying this. A group of 7 central banks together with the BIS today published a report. So the report, named Central Bank Digital Currencies, Foundational Principles and Core Features, was compiled by the Bank of Canada, the Bank of England, the Bank of Japan, the European Central Bank, the Federal Reserve, Sweden's Riksbank, and the Swiss National Bank and the BIS, and highlights 3 key principles for a CBDC. And here they are: coexistence with cash and other types of money in a flexible and innovative payment system. Any introduction should support wider policy objectives and do no harm to monetary and financial stability. And features should promote innovation and efficiency. Everything that Ripple and XRP has been on board with since the beginning. They are not disruptors. As we have heard important people at Ripple talk about, we're not disruptors. We want to be part of the system. We want to work with the existing system. And this is exactly what we're seeing here with the BIS. A coexistence with cash, which is exactly what Ripple is trying to say here. We're not trying to replace anything. XRP is going to be used to source liquidity. Ripple and XRP are also there to help, support the existing system and not to destabilize it. So there will be no harm to monetary or financial stability. And also, it's innovative, right? So features should promote innovation and efficiency. I think all those are checked off in the BIS's statement. I wanted to thank DJ Peter Vass for pointing us to that. And guys, the crypto market has been up and down, and there's somebody, a bit of a thorn in the XRP community side, who is, some are suggesting trolling us about our XRP holdings. She used to be part of the XRP community a few years back. She has since changed her ways. She claims it's because of glaring problems with the XRPL. We're going to get to that in a bit. We're going to talk about whether it is worth it to hold XRP because of this person's opinions. I know you guys probably already have your own opinions on this. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I will get to that in a bit. Crypto market's staying fairly steady though right now, but there has been ups and downs. And if you guys are new to the market, if you just got in recently, like I know I had a buddy who I told back in December that he should get into cryptocurrency. He came into a bit of money, and he was looking to invest it. And I said to him, I said, look, this is what I do. I do this channel. It's called the Working Money Channel. I'm invested in this. I kind of gave him the 5-minute pitch for everything I've been doing over the last 2+ years. And he was really excited. He's really interested. So he got into XRP, of course. He got into Bitcoin and a couple of other cryptocurrencies. And he got in around here, okay, December 2019. Sure enough, the market has gone up and down, and then up and down and up again, and now it's down. And you got to think, if you've only come into this market relatively recently, there are probably lots of questions that you are asking yourselves, namely, should I be keeping my crypto safe on something like a ledger or similar? Well, I saw this from Martin Volk. For those of you guys still looking for a cold storage solution, Ledger has now passed more stringent security tests with regards to SOC 2 Type 1. So offering reliable solutions for the offline storage of cryptocurrency private keys, Ledger, the crypto money wallet, received positive comments from the SOC 2 security test. The company which offers cryptocurrency wallet services for popular cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin and Ethereum, as well as XRP, guys, of course, will now provide users with a more secure service. I've always thought their services have been very, very good. I do personally have a Ledger. I have an affiliate link in the description if you guys are still looking for a cold storage option. You can use my link if you want. You don't have to use it if you don't want to. But this is going to be more and more important, guys, as the years go on. Of course, banks will be custodying cryptos. But for those of you guys who don't want to bother and just have your crypto accessible, you can keep it on a ledger. Basically, they are your private keys. And if you have the private keys, you know your crypto is safe. Your keys, your crypto. If they are not your keys, they are not your crypto. You know, especially when you're seeing the market go up and down. And if you've put in a lot of money into this market, this is what I always say. If you have more than $100 in cryptocurrency, get a ledger because it costs about $100, depending on what model you get, maybe a little less. And it is quintessential, in my opinion, to be able to have your own keys, to be able to retrieve your crypto, because God forbid the exchange that you use gets hacked, you have no recourse, okay? A lot of these exchanges just say, look, if we get hacked, you know, you took the risk of keeping your crypto on the exchange, we will not pay you back. This is why, guys, it's always important to keep your crypto safe. Remember, not your keys, not your crypto. If you do not have the private keys, i.e. on many of these exchanges, then you risk losing your cryptocurrency, and you can also claim Spark tokens from the Ledger Nano. I will link that video up here in the top right-hand corner for those of you guys still interested in setting that up. I've been seeing a lot more movies. I caught this one the other day. It was a Bitcoin documentary. It was on Amazon Prime. I forget what it's called, though. It was released just this year, and it's kind of this up-to-date documentary about Bitcoin. I know a lot of you guys who are new to the community might not have a great grasp on cryptocurrency, but it was really great. Let me see if I can actually, here, I'm just going to bring up IMDb real quick, and it was called Bitcoin. It was the latest one here, Bitcoin Cryptopia, was it, or something? I think it was Cryptopia, something like, it was this one. Yes, it was this one. Cryptopia, Bitcoin, Blockchain, and the Future of the Internet. So it was okay. I mean, it was pretty good. It rates quite high on IMDb. You guys know I'm a film buff too, so especially when I see movies about cryptocurrency, this always gets me very, very excited. He does a good job. There was one little thing in there that I didn't quite agree with, that I didn't quite think was fair, talking about cryptocurrency values. I'll spoil it for you. Actually, you know what? Spoiler alert, I won't spoil it. It is on Amazon Prime. It is free to watch. I'm going to leave it there because Martin Valk also brought this up with regards to another film. I know I'm kind of all over the map today, guys. It is Sunday, so I tend to freestyle a little bit on Sundays. Biggest crypto Ponzi scheme story to hit the big screen. So another movie coming out about this OneCoin scandal. It's going to be starring Kate Winslet, and the movie is called Fake. It's based on a book by Jen Adams and Douglas Thompson, which tells the story of the OneCoin scheme. I don't even know about this scheme. McAdams, with insight and understanding as one of the vulnerable victims from the OneCoin scheme, will be the producer of Fake as well. So OneCoin was founded in 2014 as a cryptocurrency which marketed itself as the next Bitcoin. Despite the lack of a blockchain network servers and a slew of red flags, the project gained popularity. Warnings from both experts within the cryptocurrency industry and government regulators were put down by the creator as criticism without any validation. And apparently there was a multi-level marketing tactic that went along with this, guys. I'm curious to see this. It isn't out yet. Just wanted to bring it to your attention if you are interested in cryptocurrency-related entertainment on the big screen, namely in the form of film. Thanks so much, Martin Valk. I will be keeping an eye out for that. But guys, there is a little bit of news today. We are seeing that Bitrue is rolling out registration of Ripple's PayID addresses. So this coming from XRP_Kings on Twitter. Let me read you some of this. So according to an announcement on Bitrue Digital Exchange, it is about to conduct registration of PayID addresses and invites its users to take part in a draw to win 100 XRP. As reported by You Today earlier, Ripple Giant joined other major crypto companies to create and launch the PayID payment solution. According to the CEO, Brad Garlinghouse, this payment system will make sending payments as easy as sending an email. For those of you guys who do not know what PayID is, it is essentially a protocol that will associate a simple address that is easy to remember with your cryptocurrency address. So instead of typing in a very, very long string of numbers and letters, you can use a PayID address. For example, I could set up WMC $workingmoney.crypto because I purchased the domain workingmoney.crypto. And through that domain, I'm able to register a PayID. So there are many ways to do this. This is obviously the latest one. I got mine through Unstoppable Domains. Guys, if you're interested in buying a .crypto domain, I do have an affiliate link for Unstoppable. You can use it if you want. You don't have to use it. I don't like to push that stuff, but I do put it in the description for ease of use. They are fully integrated with PayID, and so we're also seeing Bitrue integrates PayID. The PayID website states that the solution has already 120 million users globally. It can be used with personal digital wallets and for depositing and began withdrawing crypto from digital exchanges. Bitrue CEO and co-founder Curtis Wang said, PayID is one of the biggest leaps forward for cryptocurrency adoption that we've ever seen. The ability for users to share their addresses through a pronounceable and memorable format will help demystify the payment process for millions. Right now, of course, we got to copy and paste a string of random numbers and letters to send cryptocurrency, but with PayID, that is going to streamline it for the masses. Ripple is on this board, along with many other organizations that want to make this process seamless for the masses. Unstoppable Domains, as I mentioned earlier, they're also on this committee. So this is adoption, guys. You know, it's going to roll out slowly but surely. We are seeing more big players jumping on board with this. Bitrue is just one of the more recent ones. So I wanted to thank El Crypto King on Twitter for posting that. And guys, it's funny, yesterday I did a video, this is it right here. I did a video and it had to do with this, okay, I guess it's a prediction. It was more or less outlining where we could see XRP go by Q1 2021. And I was projecting that we could see XRP rise back up to this level of resistance based on a timeline, okay? I know a lot of you guys are wondering, what is the timeline? We know support and resistance levels. We know prices at which XRP can go to, but I want to know about the timeline. I really want to know when XRP is going to go up to a certain price. And so, I mean, I guess this was a fairly conservative projection. I didn't know how people were going to react to it in the space. And it's funny because I said, okay, by Q1 of 2021, XRP could, based on the things that I talk about in the video, which I'll link up here if you guys haven't seen it, it could go to 50.5 cents. And I thought to myself, okay, that's pretty reasonable. You know, people shouldn't be getting too upset. I'm not telling you that it's going to $589 tomorrow. And of course, you can't please everybody because in the comments section, I was getting responses like, is that it? What are you talking about? I'm not going to cash out my XRP at 50 cents. By no means was I telling you guys to cash out your XRP at 50 cents, you dummies. All I was saying was that we could see the trend rise up into that level of confirmed resistance by Q1 of 2021, which is 50.5 cents. Now, we have to hit 50.5 before we can see the moon. And so it's all a matter of time, guys, and it's based on a lot of things. The crypto market, as we've heard from Chris Larson just recently, is all dependent on Bitcoin. XRP price is dependent on Bitcoin, and that hasn't changed since forever. Okay, we've seen a few pumps here and there based on some speculative news like the swell pump of 2018, then a dip down. Of course, this is all supply and demand. We're also assuming that pre-snapshot for the Spark token giveaway will also see an XRP pump. Many people are speculating that we could see people buying up XRP, sticking it on their wallet, just so they can get one-to-one Spark tokens for their XRP, and then dumping the XRP right after. Because they'll get the Spark tokens, they'll keep the Spark tokens, and then they'll think to themselves, well, now that I have the Spark tokens, I'll get rid of the XRP. So there are a lot of reasons why XRP supply and demand could go off base. I was just really taken aback by the fact that my prediction wasn't high enough. Wow, how I'm seeing the community shift in all sorts of ways. It's fine. I don't really care. I mean, you guys can think whatever you want. I know a lot of you guys are getting a little impatient and a little restless because you probably bought XRP at 35 cents and now are seeing declines in price. Well, guys, welcome to the crypto market. Welcome to the XRP community. For you newbies who still don't get it, that's okay. I'm not blaming you. Just don't get frustrated for things you know very little about. And speaking of frustration, let me bring this up here from Laureen Mashek on Twitter with regards to Tiffany Hayden. So Tiff Hayden says, keep buying XRP if you want to remain poor. She has also been invited to Swell and says that if you think you are going to make money from XRP, you do not understand the XRPL. She sold all at 30 cents. What does everyone make of this? Well, Laureen, very good question. If you don't know Tiffany Hayden, she's been in this community for a while. She used to be a very big proponent of XRP, and a lot have said that she has switched sides. Now, Tiffany Hayden denies this in some capacity, but a lot of people aren't buying it. So Laureen adds to her tweet thread here, Tiff Hayden, are you able to clear a few things up for the people holding XRP? Why do you state in tweets that if you want to remain poor, then hold XRP? Well, there are many people in the XRP community, obviously, who want to get in on some of this. Martin Volk saying, I'm no cactus expert, but I know a prick when I see one. Amazing, Martin. Amazing. Anders L here says, why would someone who says XRP has no future be invited to Swell? Something to think about. I don't get it. I am Legion, and these guys are some of the more active people in the XRP community, by the way. I'll bet on Ripple plus partners versus Tiff Hayden any day of the week. We've also got Galgatron down here saying she used to be a huge XRP proponent, but then she had a falling out with Ripple and has turned against them. She has zero credibility. Now, we know Tiffany Hayden has been cozy with Jed McCaleb as of late. He is obviously one of the original creators of XRP, then started his own project, Stellar, and has left the company. Obviously, there were some tensions there. Galgatron retweeting his own tweet here saying, if there's any more proof needed that Tiffany is a con artist, then you're just gullible and deserve to be played. And he retweeted this out here, which is unavailable, but I believe that it was this tweet here. People who sold at 32 cents to 34 cents when I did are grateful for my honesty. XRP is 24 cents right now, which is a massive indicator that my concerns were valid and that I have my finger on the pulse of the market. Ignoring problems won't spare you from the consequences of reality. This is from September 25th, 2020. Now, here are my reasons why I think this is BS. People who sold at 32 to 34 cents, and she was talking about this back around, where were we? On the chart here, this is XRP on the daily. She was mentioning this down here, okay, when XRP was trading at about 25 cents. Clearly, what she was suggesting was when, the market was up here and people sold, they should be very, very happy about that. She has her pulse on the market and everybody made a good decision. Well, Tiffany Hayden, you're wrong. The market has been following Bitcoin. If you look at Bitcoin throughout that exact same period of time, Bitcoin was up past almost at $12,500 per BTC. Then it came back down, just like every other single frickin' coin in the market. Okay, so first of all, you do not have your pulse on the market. You do not understand what is going on clearly. You also have your other opinions about XRP and why it's not going to work. But Martin Volk obviously responding to this, not surprising. A lot of people getting in on this action. Guys, I will link this tweet thread in the description if you want to get in on this. She does also have a relationship with Nick Bougalis, who does work at Ripple. So some people here are obviously very, very angry at Tiffany Hayden that she is, mentioning some things that they just do not believe to be fact. Some people saying she's a toxic person. I don't want to get into my opinion about Tiffany Hayden. What I do think, though, is that she is sorely mistaken and maybe doesn't quite understand trading with regards to the cryptocurrency market, supply and demand, and the fact that we are still ultimately in a spec market right now. So originally, she said this based on this tweet here from David Schwartz. The XRP ledger was built for payments, and the XRP Foundation was built to support the XRPL. From all of us at Ripple, we're looking forward to building with you. And so this was an announcement back on September 24th. Tiffany Hayden, we're partly getting our way here. This is so exciting, says Ben Mick. Okay, so people are going on with regards to this thread. But then some people here calling her out with regards to her opinion about the XRPL. And then Nick Bougalis down here stating that Tiffany Hayden has been 2 or 3 steps ahead of everyone for a long time. She stood alone, helping to shine a bright and much needed light on important issues and caught a lot of flack by people who don't know the half of what she knows. The community owes her a debt of gratitude. Of course, this is Nick Bougalis. They have a personal relationship. Acadian here mentions you talking the same woman who bragged about buying XRP at 0.006 cents and dumping all her XRP this year with a good luck to you all message and turning her back on the community. Well, then I guess we better thank Jed as well, who started all of this. Wow. Nick Bougalis mentioning the community turned on her when she asked questions and raised issues that some didn't want to hear. So they viciously attacked her, dragging her name through the mud, and nobody, not even I, rose to defend her. So we implicitly normalized it. I was wrong to not have spoken up sooner. And so then here is this tweet here from Tiffany Hayden. People who sold at 32 to 34 cents when I did are grateful for my honesty. XRP is at 24 cents right now, which is a massive indicator that my concerns were valid and that I have my finger on the pulse of the market. So it's also implied that, the market is going down because, or rather XRP price is going down based on things that Tiffany Hayden has noticed. XRP price hasn't stabilized, and she seems to think she knows something that we are all missing here. And I think it all stems from this issue that there are problems with the XRPL. If you do more research here, guys, You'll see Tiffany defending her stance here. Some people can't connect the dots between stated concerns and a continuously falling price. Ignoring problems never makes them go away. Pip Naganya here saying same energy, and if you guys haven't seen this tweet, this is hilarious. This from Greg Schroen back in 2011. I wish I had kept my 1700 BTC at 0.06 instead of selling them at 0.30. Now they're at $8. Hindsight is obviously 2020. And Tiffany Hayden stating here, the difference being this coin went up and XRP keeps going down. So she's stating that a lot of her opinion is stemming on the fact that XRP keeps going lower and lower. And you know why I think that is a bunch of hogwash? Here's why, guys. Despite the fact that the XRP price chart does indeed look like it is moving lower and lower, okay? And when we look at BTC, let's look at BTC. We did see a correction up until about December 2018. Then we saw a pump, another correction, now a bit of a pump, and ultimately, just at a quick glance, BTC on the daily versus XRP on the daily, you can see that BTC looks like it is making more sufficient gains. We also have DeFi tokens, okay? And they're pumping based on irrational reasons. XRP holding strong here. And I'll show you guys something here. Let's not forget that after this market shutdown, okay, when everything went down, XRP hit a low, Bitcoin hit a low, everything hit a low, and then it came right back up into the same level of support that it was holding at in around 20 cents or so, 19, 20 cents, for a little while before coming back up in the summer. If we look at Bitcoin and if we can consider that market shutdown equivalent across the board, Bitcoin did the same thing. It came down, came back up here in this level of resistance, came up in the summer, now is coming back down again. The patterns are all the same, but the coins aren't going to move in the same way. Part of it has to do with Bitcoin name recognition, but also Bitcoin will rally first and hardest, then money gets dumped into altcoins. Let's not forget that. Okay, we saw it correct about here. Give or take, all the way to the high of the market. We saw a 221% increase for Bitcoin. And XRP, we saw, what do we see for XRP? Roughly the same amount, okay? So we're seeing 188% increase on XRP versus Bitcoin's 221%. Now, of course, not every coin is going to move at the same rate, but just visually when you look at the chart, it might not seem like XRP is doing as well, but roughly, guys, when you compare percentage to percentage, it is approximately the same in growth. Now, we also know that Bitcoin moves first and altcoins move later. So we are going to ultimately see a Bitcoin push first. Altcoins will follow, and this is why we saw exorbitant gains for XRP in the last bull rally. I have a feeling we will see the same again. So we've got Tiffany Hayden. We've got all these reasons why she thinks that XRP will fail. She goes on to defend stellar lumens. Every lumen in existence is explicitly designated to be used to help the network. Dozens of companies like IBM and FTI Global are building on top and have a stake in the health of the network. More than 15 different organizations are running validators. Funding plus diversity equals a win. So she's got a lot of reasons why she thinks the way she thinks. I'm a network watcher, she says. It does cause torment to see issues and be unable to do anything about them. And she retweets this out. Did the XRP ledger halt on November 13th, 2018, which I'm assuming it did. Now, of course, guys, these are works in progress too. And we got guys like David Schwartz at the helm with his team of engineers fixing the problems as we see fit. Let's not forget what Ripple is intending to do around the world. Okay, they've got money, they've got resources, they are on top of this. They have a vested interest in XRP. So as Galgatron states, I don't know, who was it who stated that? Was it Galgatron or... No, I think it was somebody else who stated basically, who are you likely to trust? A company that has done all this or some person here who has their opinion on Twitter? Well, I think it's very, very clear who I'm trusting. Let's not forget, guys, this tweet here from David Schwartz back from September 2017, where he states XRP has to command a high price. How can we get away from this? Okay, it has to be a high price for Ripple to be able to target those high value payments. You can't be a multinational moving millions of dollars and be utilizing XRP at 30 cents. It's just not going to work. And when there is more demand for XRP, guys, the price will rise. That is going to be organic demand, and it's going to be linked to people like you and I, market makers who will be selling their XRP on the open market to big companies who are going to need the XRP. Guys, this is the same reason why Ripple just announced that they are starting the lending program, the line of credit. It's to democratize. It's to level the playing field for the SMEs, the smaller businesses, to to be able to borrow XRP from Ripple so that they can also target larger value payments if they can't afford it. Okay, so somebody telling you they've got their pulse on the market and, God forbid you didn't sell your XRP at 34 cents like a chump. Look at what it's trading at now, 25 cents. Boy, that's very short-sighted. And I'm kind of disappointed, but, we move on. And this is why I'm bullish, says Minus Wells. Of course, Ripple, let's not forget, live in 55 countries and 95 currency pairs with XRP remittances running in 5 regions. Some of their ODL corridors include some of the biggest remittance corridors in the world, the US, Mexico, Europe, the Philippines, and Australia. Ripple is also promoting the new website for the XRP ledger, xrpl.org. It's community-driven resource on XRP. Exchanges and wallet services are the most common businesses operating on the XRP ledger, but there are also firms that use it for asset custody, payment processing, micropayments, music, gaming, infrastructure, security, and institutional trading. Guys, the world is now more than ever looking like it's going to run on XRP. Not to mention that Ripple is building the infrastructure so that companies can utilize XRP more easily by borrowing through their line of credit service. So if you still have doubts about XRP price, maybe you should sell at 34 cents and just wait and see what happens in the future. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.